Hey everybody, welcome to One Life. How are we? Good evening all on a Saturday. Sydney Celeste. Come on, let's get your last name right because I'm going to do it wrong all show. Let's do it now.
Sydney Celeste, that's right.
Sydney Celeste. That's it. I won't get it wrong for the rest of the show, I promise. I'm British and my words don't come out great, being dyslexic as well. So I've got two excuses. I'm British and I'm dyslexic.
That's okay.
So, Sydney, welcome to the show. Welcome to One Life, everybody out there in Facebook, YouTube, and on X. How are we all? A Saturday night and a Saturday evening with this most amazing singer. I have heard her singles tonight, and you are in for a treat. Absolutely beautiful voice. Definitely beautiful voice. The singles that you sent through to me on your bio, beautiful. Absolutely really enjoyed them, and I know our listeners are going to really enjoy your music.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Everything I do comes from the heart. That's like you're talking about, like the messages behind the music is stuff I've been through, stuff I know for a fact because I've lived it, and I thank God for my beautiful voice. I'm glad I could pair it all together, and I'm glad I can make good music. And I'm glad to be able to make good new music again in 2025. So I'm glad to be back this coming year.
And we're going to be talking about your 2025 journey and your 2024 journey throughout the show. But what we are going to do right at the beginning is we are going to welcome our charity of the month, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, over there in the UK and international. We put international because there's so many places that Make-A-Wish Foundation have connections to all around the world. So us artists will struggle to try and support every single one of you, but we will support you the best we can throughout the months of December, every single year. And we will celebrate the support that you give to the children around the world, because I tell you what, it touches our heart to see these children have their wish and be able to go to some fantastic places, meet celebrities, and be able to enjoy a special day. You know, it really is good. We are going to watch one of those videos coming up soon on the show. We're going to watch one together, a little boy who wants to go to Disneyland. So, you know, have you been to Disney?
When I was little. It's been a long time.
When I was little. I'm a big kid. I've been 3 times. I absolutely love it over in Disney. Not the one in America, the one in Paris, but I just love it there. It's absolutely magical, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm a big kid as well. So it's something that's dear to my heart. In relation to One Life, just to let everybody know that our artists on One Life are having a bit of a celebration tonight. It is the Exposing Music Awards. So if you are put through to that tonight, good luck to everybody. And my fingers are crossed for all our artists on the One Life show, and also all our artists for the International Singer-Songwriters Association, all those who have got nominees. Sydney, are you nominated this year?
No. 2024 has been a financially challenging year, so I was not able to record. I had some songs that I had dates and everything to record, but it did not work out. But that's why I said 2025. I've already got things planned, and God's already working it out. So we'll be back in 2025,
Fantastic.
and maybe I'll be
back hard, fighting hard next year. Yeah.
Maybe I'll be nominated the following year. Let's see, International Singer-Songwriter. I won one of those in 2022. And
I saw that. That was on your bio.
Yeah, and the other one I have not been nominated, but I think the one that I did submit a song for the Gospel Music Awards for this year because I had a song that qualified. So I think the Gospel Music Awards is in February of 2025, so we might see about what we'll do there. There you go. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All of our One Life artists, we celebrate the fact that you enter your music for awards, but we also celebrate the fact that you entertain, you know, your fans, your family, and we put those onto the One Life each time. So if one of your awards come up, we put it on One Life. Feel free to do it yourself, but we will be tracking your progress throughout the year because we want to celebrate those little bits of successes with you. You know, and it's absolutely fantastic that you're all doing so well out there in the music industry, because the indie artist world is not an easy world to go through when you're an artist. Like I say, very expensive, but also very enjoyable.
And very taxing, can be very long, can be very hard, especially if you're depending on what kind of, if you're going to have certain lanes you're going to be in and you don't want to do certain things, oh boy, you're really going to have to stick hard to what you believe. I'm speaking from my own experience. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 years of experience. When you talk about music artists and indie artists, we go back, 20 years, 30 years, whatever. We've had all sorts on the show, and every single person has said this new generation of being an indie artist is so difficult to be able to book a gig, to go online, get revenue, but we still all do it. We all still sit here because we want to put people's smiles on their faces, and there's nothing better than a new release.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's more. I do it more because it's coming from my heart. I just want to. Granted, of course, yes, you like to get. Of course, you want to get something for what you've done. I mean, hello, but the main thing is, I think, to do something sincere to touch somebody's heart. That's where I come from. So if I get something, great. If I don't, fine. The point is, that's not what I do it for to begin with. There you go.
There you go. And then this is exactly the reason why I set up One Life. At the end of the day, we're all not making millions, but if we can touch someone's heart out there in the community, out there around the world, a local or national charity, and they can benefit from the work that we do, and what better place?
All for it. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so let's go for the show, shall we? Let's see what we've got tonight. So we have got the Make-A-Wish Foundation video. We are going to play that. Get your cups of tea ready. Get your tissues ready, because tonight's one's a bit of a tearjerker, but we will enjoy it together. And I'm going to put it and add it to the stage now. I'm just going behind the scenes quickly to put it on, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Richard Davis, CEO of Make-A-Wish America. From the very first wish we granted at Disneyland more than 40 years ago, our global relationship with Disney has been a very important one. And when I see that there will soon be a beautiful new Disney cruise ship sailing under the banner of Disney Wish, I can't help but think of the countless children given the power of a wish to help them overcome so many challenges. More than 145,000 Disney-inspired wishes have been granted through Make-A-Wish. And as you're about to discover, for these kids who dreamed of sailing aboard a Disney cruise, the magic of those wishes is very powerful.
My life was just entirely in and out of hospitals, medical equipment, being told no, being isolated from everyone my age.
It was heartbreaking as a mom, and we would be out in public and he'd pull the visor of his stroller down over his face so people couldn't see him. It was Sam's wish to escape to magic.
I am on oxygen, and because of that, I have several bulky pieces of equipment, including oxygen tanks. The crew staff, Make-A-Wish staff who helped us through all this, they were like, we can deal with that. We're not afraid. I went swimming. I went down a water slide by myself. I got to go cook with the chefs. I got to go to the kids club and we'll play with other kids, which I never got before.
He lit up from within. It was like the clouds parted and the sunshine came out of him again.
My wish really opened my eyes. The way everyone who was involved in my wish, the Disney cruise staff, people who granted it, it made me want to turn around and give back to others.
It's kind of like, how long will it be before Grace has pneumonia again? Let's reset the clock. Probably about 2 good months. And then it will happen again. And then it will happen again.
At one of the sessions, someone mentioned to Amy that you guys really should be filling out this paperwork for Make-A-Wish.
That's how it started down the path to the cruise, was would you like to go on a big boat and play with Minnie Mouse on the beach? When we are all together, she is the happiest.
Absolutely.
For sure. So that memory of the ship and that time that we spent on it is everything, because we were all together and there was nothing but joy.
We were all able to just really be in the moment, and the experiences, some for the first time ever, it all was fantastic.
We didn't feel like we had a medically complex child on the cruise.
No.
Sometimes at bedtime, I will say to Grace, where should we meet in our dreams? She's like, let's meet at the Disney cruise ship. I'm like, yes.
Let's go!
Zion was born with 2 chronic illnesses. She wasn't able to be around other children. She wasn't able to be around society due to her illness.
So I didn't really have social skills. I never really knew how to like go up to people and actually make a friend. My choice for Make-A-Wish was the cruise because I really love Disney and I also never been on a cruise ship. So, you know, it was very exciting.
On the trip, Zion grew up over, you know, just those days that we were on a trip. It was great.
My experience in the teen club for meeting my friends that I didn't know I was going to make on the trip was really, really great. I loved it.
Without this wish, Zion may not have been as sociable as she is today.
Today, I'm able to express who I am, you know, actually talk to people comfortably instead of being scared.
She got to have her happy ending, just like a Disney princess.
Stories like these give me so much hope for the future. And I simply can't wait to someday see the Disney Wish deliver even more magic for our Wish kids.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right.
Every time I watch the Make-A-Wish Foundation, there's a tear in my eye.
Yeah.
Can I just thank the Make-A-Wish Foundation for all that you do? Hundreds of thousands of people have gone on those ships and they've been able to do that with the benefit of your support and your money and your help for those kids. It can not just be a trip to Disney. It could be as small as having a chocolate party or being able to be a princess for a day. You know, these kids need your support. They need your help. You know, being able to be set up one of those wishes is the most joyful feeling you're going to ever have, you know, and work with those family, work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They make you feel included in relation to putting the referral in, you know, and to see what those children go through. It's absolutely fantastic. So Make-A-Wish Foundation, thank you so much for all you do for the children. Yeah. So, okay, let's go to the show and let's go on with the show this evening. In relation to your bio, you already told me one of the things that you've been involved in. That's the International Singer-Songwriters Association. And you had said that you had won an award in 2022, which is absolutely fantastic. Mm-hmm. You, in relation to your singles, they are constantly played around the world in terms of on local radio shows and national radio shows. Absolutely fantastic as well. And you also have your host of a TV show also called the Sydney Celeste Show as well. So you also do a very similar thing that I do. But yours is like you're upgraded. You know, you're on Roku and all those sort of stuff. So it's a great show that you do as well, you know. So absolutely fantastic, absolutely great bio, and your followers, you know, do follow your music and they can continue to follow your music after this show. Yeah. But in relation to the One Live show, this is the first time we've ever got you on the show. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to tell our audience how you come into the wonderful world of independent music.
Okay, let's see. Well, I mean, I really started writing music, writing poetry probably when I was younger, and poetry is probably where it all started from. I always was musical. I always loved music. I loved, my dad would play shows when I was growing up, Elvis and Dolly Parton, all kind of things. I watched people perform, and I knew that there was something there that they had, and I was thinking, and it captured me, and I knew I had the same thing in my heart, and I said, okay, I'm going to find a way to express this. Okay. So I started writing poetry as a young person. And then I got my poem published when I was like 12. And I said, okay, we're on to something now. And then poetry became music. So, I mean, I just started taking the words that I that I was writing, and then started. Well, of course, like I said, I really love music, so I said, well, if I can write them, then I can make a song out of them. So it just literally anything that was going on in my life just became a song. And so I guess that's where it all started. My parents were a little bit more. I mean, they just, you know, of course, you want your child to be safe and protected and do well in life. I always sang at church and sang at places. My parents loved that kind of a thing. But when it came to me getting opportunities to go further, I think they made the right decision not letting me do certain things because of the way the higher ups of the music industry goes. And especially being a young, I was probably about 12 when I got an opportunity to sign with a large record company. So I certainly was.
Wow. Oh my God, which record company was that? 12 years old. Which record company was that?
It was a Christian record company called Sparrow Records.
Wow.
That, like, I
12 years. That must have been scary at 12 years old to be going into a record company and being signed up at 12.
Yeah, like that's what my mom was. That's what she was trying to tell me. Like, I mean, listen, like it's no reflection of your talent. I see why they want you, but the problem is, you're not ready. And she was right. First of all, you're not ready. And also the music business is scary. I mean, I also had done some acting commercials, like auditions, and had gone through some interesting things. So I have seen a lot of stuff. And my mom has seen a lot of stuff. So in other words, things work the way they're supposed to. I'm glad I'm here now with the kind of mindset I've got now, the kind of morals I got now, because I don't think if I had gone in other directions, we may not be that person today. So yeah, I mean, when I turned that down, my mom said, okay, well, let's do other things. I mean, you can still sing, you can still go be in choir. You know, she didn't want me not to do it. She just wanted me to be the kind of person that she raised me to be, a good, you know, a decent person, not a sold out person to the world. And she was right. I mean, following those kind of things can lead you, even though it's a Christian. I mean, especially we know in 2024. Don't get me wrong. I love Christian music. I do. But if you really look into some of these things, some of these artists are doing, God forgive me, but it doesn't match up with what the word of the Lord says. So you get what I'm saying. It's, in my opinion, it's better to be sincere and truthful with yourself, and don't get caught up in other things. And that's kind of how my mom raised me. I went through a time where I didn't feel that way, and I did not follow the Lord like this. And I almost did put myself in a not good music situation, but keyword is almost. I didn't. So that's
keyword is almost. It's like getting out of it.
My mom will be proud of me today.
Sydney, what's your mum going to be proud of you for? Think of some of the highlights that you've had throughout your career. What has been your highlights of your musical career? To start at 12 years old, you know, that must have been in front of family, friends, you know, into a record studio at 12 years old. That's scary business. But in terms of your career as a musician, what have been your career highlights?
I think just me being able to really put out the kind of music I wanted to, and kind of stand up for myself and stand up for what I believe in, and not fall into those pitfalls. I think that's a big highlight, because just me standing up and saying, this is who I actually am, and I'm not going to be formed into some other person and give up my rights and give up my soul and just be the next whoever. I think that's a big accomplishment. Obviously, the songwriting awards I've won, the international singer, that's a good one. The poem when I was younger. Yeah, I mean, those are kind of like the highlights of the awards. But I think the main thing for me, and the main thing that you said my mom would be proud of, is that Sydney stumbled a lot. Sydney made a lot of mistakes. Sydney put out songs that are not the best version of who Sydney really is. But Sydney learned from her mistakes, and now she's using what God actually gave her for his glory, for his purposes, and serving the Lord with the gift I got, which is who I really am. Not ashamed.
And I tell you what, who you really are is somebody with an absolutely cracking voice, a powerful voice, and someone that I want to share with the rest of the world. So we're going to share your music now, because it's that time in the show. So your first one we're going to share is Condition. Tell everyone a bit about why this song was written and how it come about.
Okay, so this song I wrote right during COVID time, when everybody was getting all bent out of shape about COVID. I mean, and not making light of it. Of course, it's not a good thing. It wasn't then, it's not now. But I started thinking, it's funny, we don't talk about all the other conditions, do we? Like, don't we all have something? Every single person who's lived on this planet has gone through something, has some type of, quote, condition within them, whether it be a mental condition, a physical condition, whatever it may be. So I started thinking, okay, let's try to take the focus off of just this one thing that the news media keeps blowing up, and let's try to all think about, what we all have in common, and that we all have something, and we all need to work on ourselves. Okay. So let's don't get too caught up in the news media, and let's think about what reality is. So that's what Condition is about.
I love that message, and I love the song. Okay. Here's for the listeners. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did earlier on. Okay. Condition.
Thank you.
Eyes don't lie, the world sees yours, beaten and broken down no more. When you made the choice, what do you see now? So what's your condition? I don't feel sorry, you get what you give out. Don't change who you are, it won't change your space. Just learn to love where you are. Chart a path for a better day. Chart a path for a better day. Chart a path for a better day. Every condition has a cure anyway. It's just your condition, what's on your mind. It's just your condition, you're not a waste of time. We all have a condition, so keep fighting your fight for you and for me. Fight the fight.
I love this part. It took us a long time to get it right.
Be strong. Carry on. I don't feel sorry, you get what you give out. Don't change who you are, it won't change your space. Just learn to love where you are. It's just your condition, what's on your mind. It's just your condition, you're not a waste of time. We all have a condition, so keep fighting your fight for you and for me. Chart a path for a better day. Be strong.
Love it. Absolutely great track. Really, really love the tracks.
You
Love the
played it
lyrics.
back, it reminded me. You got me thinking. Well, you said, would your mom be proud? I'm thinking, yeah, because she also suffered with some conditions. So she would be proud that I am standing up for everybody and, just saying things that people need to be aware of. So, yeah, I like it too.
Brilliant.
More than I listen back to it. I don't blast Sydney Celeste music, but if I listen back to it, I say, okay, that's not that bad.
It is really great. Absolutely great. So great message. And there's some bits in it, like, in terms of the talking bits as well. It's who does your production music? Do you do your own producing, or do you go into your own producing?
Well, that particular person, that was Mark Samara, Sonic Wave Productions. He shut down his studio. So unfortunately, I have not worked with him, but he had that idea while we were recording. He goes, you should whisper some words in between. I was like, okay, let's try it. And it worked out
Works
pretty
really
good.
well. It's really powerful. And especially the message that you're giving through your song. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I have to give all the credit to him, because I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And he was like, do it. If it don't work, we'll take it out. So I'm glad I listened.
I love working with producers because they always give us that little bit extra, don't they? Every time we go into a recording studio, they give us a little extra.
Yeah, if I had done it myself, that would have never been in there. So I'm glad that yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so part of One Life, we celebrate the fact that all us artists work with national and local charities, and me and you share something quite in common in relation to the National Autistic Society and Autism Institute, and the fact that we have family members with autism. So we both know how hard it is to be a musician, but also fit in the lives of an autistic person as well, and trying to work our life around that. It makes it 10 times harder, a musician, but we continue to still entertain you, and we continue to still bring out our records, even though our children desperately need us help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So in relation to the Autism Institute over there in America, what type of work do you get up to?
So I work at a school called the Mariposa School. It is a school for children with severe autism. These are children who have not at all been able to stay in like the regular school system. They've been kicked out of special education. They've been kicked out of other ABA clinics where they're too unruly. They cannot handle them, whatever the excuses, et cetera, et cetera. And so we work with some of the toughest cases that you will find, at least in my area. And it has been very interesting and very, very eye-opening for me. Granted, like I said, my son is 3. He has autism, but it's totally different at age 3 versus age 17 or 18 or et cetera. So I've learned a lot, and I'm getting my RBT license as well, so I can be a registered behavior technician. And I'm also studying psychology. So I want to be the higher level as well, the BCBA. When my son got diagnosed, I just became very passionate about it. Like Condition says, we all have something, and then something that powerful that can really. Autism affects every aspect of my son's life. He doesn't do many things that a regular 3-year-old would be able to do. Now he's gotten a lot better, I give you, with the therapy that he's had, but still, nonetheless, autism is not just something that, okay, let's go to therapy and it's just going to go away. Unfortunately, no, it's not going away. So it has greatly affected him. So therefore, it has greatly affected me as his parent. So when I started seeing the good things that were happening to him, I started to become inspired and say, okay, if this can happen to my son, I'd like to work with others and give them the same hope that this ABA has given me let's give this to others. And the fact that I've taken on some of the hardest cases that our state has, well, that's just God, because otherwise there's no way in the world I would have been able to do that. But the fact that I got hired and I was able to step into this role, I feel very blessed. It's the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. It
is a very rewarding work. It really is rewarding work. I've done it at home. I don't know what it is about us parents. I think we're a glutton for punishment. We go through a life of bringing up an autistic child, but then we go into the workplace and we do it within work. Everybody knows that I also work with children with additional needs. But
Okay.
you know, it almost overtakes your life, doesn't it? Because you're so passionate about it.
I mean,
You know, you
yeah,
support your
yeah,
family member, you also want to support others out in the community.
yeah,
So I
absolutely.
don't know what it's like in America. In the UK, we are dominated by a lot of our autism research, a lot of our autistic support by being charitable led, not government led. And we need to continue to support people like the National Autistic Society. Now,
That's
what's it like?
in America, it's totally different. That's why I said that's amazing that you said that charities. I mean, granted, there are charities, but it's not as strong as that. Typically, I see a lot of it's a lot of the government help. That's part of what helps the school that I work at. A lot of those children are receiving government help, and some of them they're very blessed. Their parents self-pay, but a lot of it is insurance and government's help. So that's awesome that you all have a lot of charities. The United States, here's everybody, my word for us. We need more of those. We really do. Maybe that'll be my next thing to take on, as if I can take on anything else.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a little bit of Sydney in the One Life team. We love a bit of a challenge. And in relation to America's vision on autism, I'm aware of America's vision on autism. And there are charities out there who support autistic children, but there's not enough. And there's not enough funding which goes into like supporting autism. So you said to me before the show that you were thinking about releasing a single for your son in relation to autism. I want to put that challenge back over to you, Sydney Celeste. I want to make sure you get that done in 2025 because your single could reach out to so many families, you know, who are going to listen to the words of your song and be connected, knowing that they're going through the same, but actually being able to send it out, raise money for your school, for the autistic societies that you have in America. What a great venture that would be for 2025. So get on with that CD, Sydney, and make sure that it's got on.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to do that. The first song I'm going to record in January is not that song, but the next song I'm going to record should be that song. So we should definitely have that sometime. For sure.
We will follow you up and make sure it's done out there, everybody. And in relation to ABA, in relation to the autism societies, we will support Sydney in the One Life team. What the part of the One Life team is finding those charities, finding that support around the world. So at the end of the day, you don't have to look for it. Come to One Life. It's going to be there. Our artists work with a lot of charities around the world. They are aware of a lot of the charities, and we're going to start to build those next year. We're going to put a directory together. We're going to make sure that you have access rather than having to go search for it on the internet. Come to One Life, and our artists will have it on there. And you can also see what they're up to in relation to the rest of the year, in relation to their music, to support those national and local charities as well. So, Sydney, that's a bit of a challenge for you. But your next challenge, Sydney, on the show is we have got our game show. And this evening's game show is a bit of fun. How's your Christmas music? Do you like Christmas music?
I do. Mariah Carey is the queen of Christmas, and I love Mariah.
Fantastic. We love Mariah over in the UK because we don't stop listening to it from the middle of November up until the 31st of December.
Oh,
so Mariah, we always listen to Mariah Carey over here. You know, we don't not get the opportunity not to because it's played in all our shops. So what we're gonna do, everybody, is we're going to bring the game onto the stage, and you know the rules of the game, everybody. Please get your pens and papers out. Please join in, and our artists may lose a little bit of money to make the Wish Foundation this evening. So it is $1 for every single one that you get wrong. It's not too expensive. We only go into about 20 questions, and you're all music artists. So at the end of the day, it won't be expensive because you're so good at what you do. You shouldn't get it wrong. And if you're definitely good at music quizzes and you're good at Christmas music, it will be a breeze for you.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay. Here we go. I'm going to go behind the scenes. I'm going to play the first one to make sure that you hear it. If you want to play along at home, please do so. Let's see how our guest this evening gets on with our Christmas quiz. Here we go. Finish the lyrics. Right. First things first, can you see it on the screen?
Yep.
Fantastic. Let's get into the quiz and let's see what it's like tonight.
You Quiz channel. In this video, you will have to finish the lyrics of Christmas songs. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Ready for...
Next thing is, can you hear the audio?
Yep.
Fantastic. It's because some people can't, and then obviously it's not worth playing the game. Well, okay, so it says we have got 30 questions, 3 seconds basically for each questions in between. The idea of the game is they will play you a piece of music from a popular Christmas song. You have to then sing the lyrics to the next bit.
Okay.
And if you get it right, you obviously save your money. And if you get it wrong, the Make-A-Wish Foundation gets your money. Okay. So we'll probably go for about 20 questions tonight. We won't go for all 30 because we've got lots to talk to you about your music journey. So here we go.
For a new challenge, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
Right, what's the next sentence?
Presents underneath the Christmas tree. I won't even.
That's an easy one. You knew it was Mariah Carey straight away.
Okay, I got the first one right. That's good news.
Sia, Snowman.
Oh, I don't know this.
We'll have some fun. Yes, let's hit the North Pole and we'll have fun.
What's the next words?
I don't know this
You don't
one.
know this one?
I don't know this one.
Let's see what it is. So that's the first $1 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Did you know this Christmas song?
No, ma'am. See, I don't.
It's Christmas, baby, my snowman and me.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Bit of Michael Bublé.
Beginning to look a lot like
Christmas. Toys in every store. And the prettiest sight you'll see is the holly that will be on your own front door. I think.
Fantastic. Fingers crossed.
Everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 in my hand.
No.
That you went into the next verse. I see where you was going there, but the first verse is that one. So that's $2, unfortunately, Sydney.
Okay.
Feliz Navidad.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I hope that's right.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, there we go. I got
Grande.
it right.
Santa.
Oh, Santa.
Tell me.
Santa, tell me
if you're really here. Cause I can't wait to see you. I don't this year. I may not have all the words.
Do you know how it continues, right?
Let's see if you got the next bit right. Did you say "Don't make me fall in love again" at that first bit?
I didn't say it. I got the right melody, but I didn't say the exact words.
Okay, that's $3, I'm afraid.
I keep singing a different part of the song.
Wham! Last Christmas.
Oh, you should get this one.
We gave it away.
Imagine entering your name and all of a sudden all of your car finance agreements that you had.
I love this song.
Let's see if you got it right. It was obvious. It was obvious you was going to get this one right.
Tears. Yeah, I got
Can
that.
I just apologise to everybody who had an interruption during the YouTube presentation? Come on, YouTube. We don't want you adverts.
Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree.
Oh.
It's here on Christmas Day. I know the melody, but I don't know the exact words. Dang,
It's definitely not da 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 da.
No, it's definitely not that.
The song.
Let's see what it was.
Justin Bieber, Mistletoe.
Oh, bit of Bieber.
I like this song.
Yeah, I got it right.
Did you get that one, mate?
Oh, well, I got the shorty.
Did you get that one right?
Not the under the mistletoe part. I didn't get that the
I
last.
will give you that one. I will give you that one. Okay, you got another one right.
Ed
Yay!
Sheeran and Elton John, Merry Christmas.
Having so much fun.
I didn't know that. I
You know
don't
that
know
one?
Ed Sheeran and Elton John. I don't know you.
Comment if you like Christmas songs.
I do like Christmas songs, but I don't like
Ones who have gone. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Can I just ask, Sydney, did you just say that you don't know Elton John?
No. I mean, I don't know this song by Elton John.
Well, that's all right. I'm just double checking. You know.
Oh no, I know Elton
Everybody
John.
knows Elton John.
Oh my gosh, no, that Candle in
Okay.
the Wind was my song in the 90s. Don't get me wrong now.
Love Candle in the Wind.
Love
Okay, so
Candle.
your first 10 questions, you got a total of 3 right. Okay, so it's getting expensive for you. This next round is really important because it's, going to start getting expensive if not. So at the moment, the Make-A-Wish Foundation has a grand total of $7 from Sydney. So what I think, as it's so expensive at the moment, could you nominate somebody to actually take the sort of pressure off all this money going to Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Nominate for me to tell somebody else to pay it, you mean?
Yep, that's it on your behalf.
Kimberly Ward.
Kimberly Ward, we will tag you. Okay, so Sydney is going to try and get the next 10 questions, and you will have to pay to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Okay, so Sydney, hopefully, what's your friendship like with Kimberly?
Oh, I love Kimberly, and Kimberly loves me. But I mean, if not, I will be glad to give the money to Make-A-Wish if Kimberly wants to do it. But I mean, since you said tag somebody, I'll just throw her name out there. Let's put it that way.
No. So Kimberly, if you're watching the show this evening, or if you do watch it after the show this evening, unfortunately your name has been put through. Don't know what the friendship's going to be like after Christmas, but we'll see how many Sydney gets right. Here we go.
Bobby Helms, Jingle Bell Rock.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and
jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. I think.
I think you've got this one right.
jingle bells ring, snowing and blowing up bushels of fun.
Is that what I said?
You got it right. That is what you said, and Kimberly will be very, very happy with you, as in the first dollar stays in her pocket.
Mariah Carey, Oh Santa.
See, I know the lyric, I know the melody, but I don't know the lyrics.
Do you know
Let's see
how
what the lyrics
song
are.
continues? Around the Christmas tree.
This one's an easy one. Come on.
Everyone,
Go for it.
mistletoe hung where you can see, and the present. No, mistletoe hung where you can see, and the something starts. The sun. Oh God, I don't remember the last.
Oh, Kimberly, it's coming out of your pocket. Here we go with the adverts again. Thanks, YouTube. We're enjoying ourselves.
Now we're talking.
Mistletoe hung
where you can see.
That's it.
John
I
Legend,
think that's another
You
dollar.
Deserve It All.
You deserve
I don't know this one at all.
You deserve it all.
You deserve it all. I don't know that at all. So John
Do you
Legend is
remember how it ends?
Oh, that's going to be $3 from Kimberly. Thanks, Kimberly.
Good all year. Come over here and let me show you.
Justin Bieber, Christmas Love.
Oh no, I don't know this one either.
I'm under the mistletoe. You are the one.
I know you.
I don't know this one at all. I don't listen to Justin Bieber, so I have no idea.
There's not many people who do.
Don't worry, Kimberly, I'll pay it. 'Cause I'm doing so bad. I'm not going to make you.
Kelly Clarkson, Santa, Can't You Hear Me?
Nope, I don't know this one.
Oh,
this
no,
song.
Kimberly.
Thank you.
What's going on?
I guess it's Christmas music. I like the old. I like the old,
Holly Jolly
standards.
Christmas.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear,
Oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. I hope.
Let's see if it is.
oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
You got it.
Yeah.
Lil Nas
See the standard
Holiday.
ones. Oh my God, no, Little Nas X.
What was this one?
I do not know any Little Nas X.
I don't know this one. I've never known this one.
Hey, it's another way. All my niggas, I'm going. I hope that you know it.
John Lennon. Happy Christmas. War is over.
Oh my God. I only know a few Beatles songs, and they're not Christmas songs.
Do you know the
No,
lyrics?
Sir John, I don't know you. I mean, I know who you are, but I don't know your song. Not this one.
Not this one.
Not this one, sir. Not this one.
The rich and the poor.
Taylor Swift. Christmas Tree
Oh,
Farm.
come on. This one, you should get one.
No, I don't know the people. I don't listen to her either. Oh,
Share this
sorry,
video
ma'am.
with
Don't
your
know you
friends.
Let's see what it is.
All right.
So, Kimberly, unfortunately, on that one, I think you only got 2 right in the end. So that was $8. It was a hard round. And can I just say, you quiz, you should be ashamed of yourself for one of the songs that's included on that one. I do apologize to all families out there and also to YouTube themselves. Some of the language in that last song previously,
Yeah.
I think you need to look through your questions and take that one out. Okay, fantastic. But fantastic. Thank you for joining in our Christmas quiz. It was a little bit of fun. It was great to see. So thanks for doing that.
Of course.
So Make-A-Wish Foundation, I'm not very good at maths. Hang on a minute. I think that was about $17 in the end. So thank you very much. I will tag your local Make-A-Wish Foundation area. And if you want to donate in terms of family and friends who are related to Sydney, please do so. They all need your money. But thank you, Sydney, for playing along. It's just a little bit of Christmas fun. And we hope you enjoyed the game.
Of course I did. I reminds me I need to brush up on something other than just the standard Mariah Carey. That's all I said. I know the standards and I know Mariah and what were the few others? The few others that were like standards, like the Brenda. I got those, but this whatever it was, John Lennon, Christmas, like no. I know the Beatles.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. No.
And there was Justin Bieber in there as well, been put through.
I'm well past Justin Bieber age.
Fantastic. So in relation to coming back to Christmas and to coming back, one part of One Life, we do like to look after artists and make sure they separate their music from their family life and make sure that they do have times for their family and friends. So Christmas coming up, what's it like in your house for a Christmas party?
Well, like I said, with my son having autism, we're kind of has changed things. Obviously, Christmas trees kind of are a little bit difficult because, Christmas ornaments get thrown sometimes. And every second of the day, I can't pick up Christmas ornaments. Well, because I have like I told you, I'm studying. I have other things going on. But the main thing is I'm teaching my son what the true meaning of Christmas is, which has nothing to do with ornaments and all that in my personal belief. So Christmas is a very special time because he's starting to sit still and read some stories with me. Like I read to him out of Luke the other day, the story of Jesus's birth and stuff like that. So as far as like all the what do you call it? The decorations and all that, not so much because he don't really understand what they're about anyway. And they're just shiny things that he would love to throw and make a mess with. But the true meaning of Christmas, we definitely are getting into that. So
Fantastic.
that's kind of what we do.
Brilliant. So have a very Merry Christmas in your family. Absolutely have an enjoyable time. We are how many days till Christmas now? 11 more days, everybody. 11 more days. I'm excited. I'm a big person when it comes to Christmas. We do also have our Christmas party on the 19th. So we have an early Christmas party with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Nice.
All your Christmas songs will be played with a 4-hour show, a 4-hour special. So I hope you enjoy it. I want to know a bit about this TV show that you do, because we do something very similar. So, you know, you are a TV host on Roku. Tell me a bit about your show.
So my music, back in the day of the international songwriter thing, when I got hooked up with them, there was a person who was also in that organization, and I submitted some of my music to play on the station TV. And the lovely lady that runs that station and I became friends and started talking back and forth and about how we could grow the station and using my music and other artists that had submitted their music. And somewhere along the line, we had a conversation about, well, why don't Sydney do a show? I think she said it to me, or it was a mutual decision or whatever. And I said, well, I certainly can talk my tail off, and if anybody wants to talk to me, I'm sure they're not gonna be falling asleep, because I know I can get my mouth going and get really entertaining and really talk to artists that are really like similar to me, like really doing something good in the world with the talents that they have. That's kind of what the premise of what I wanted us to do, and also highlight women entertainers as well, because we all know it's hard. Well, yeah, I know that it's very hard for women to get the proper credit they deserve to be a good, not only just to be a good vocalist, but to be a songwriter, to hold your own with other men counterparts, to be really recognized for your actual gift and not try to get caught up into the hubbub of everything else. So I really wanted to make a hallmark of that. So she and I agreed on that. So we have kind of made that our hallmark. Not that there shouldn't be men interviewed on the show. I'm just saying that was kind of like what we were thinking was our target. But yeah, I did an interview the end of November, which I hope to have up in January. A lovely man and his family who do music. So yeah, it's just been a big blessing for me to be able to use what God gave me, share with others, and broadcast what other people are doing. Very similar to what you do, and you have a very caring heart too. I can tell. So we're one in the same.
We are one in the same, and I think it's fantastic what you do. And I think independent artists need our radio shows, need the DJs, need the podcast hosts. Absolutely. They all need our help to get their music out there. And these shows are fun, Yeah,
I mean, because you can't go to Capitol Records. I mean, unless you've got 18 billion followers, if Capitol Records is not going to be interested, because to them it's all about money. They really don't care who the heck walks in the door. I mean, you could sing like a cat being drug out of yard, but you got millions of followers. Oh, they're on you. You see what I mean?
That's it. That's it. The latest TikTok craze, isn't it? You go onto TikTok these days, and you can have 1 million followers within 10 minutes. That's how easy it is now.
Getting music careers, and I'm like, they can't even sing. But see, that's not
exactly
the point, unfortunately. This world today is not like the 70s, the 80s, the 60s, and not even the 90s, for crying out loud. No, it's not like any of them. So. Totally
it's
different.
hard now. It's a lot harder, but we still do it. We still love it. And, at the end of the day, it's what music's. And we have our fan base, we have our followers, we have our friends, we have our family, and at the end of the day, that's what we do. That's why we get up in the morning and we get that next track out. So 2025, Sydney, what is everybody going to be expecting from you? Are you going to be writing more music? Apart from the two things you've already mentioned, what sort of a year is it going to be for you?
Yes, I plan to record those two songs that we already talked about and hopefully sing some more live gigs. End of 2024, I've been able to finally hook up with some people around this area and start playing my music live. I went through a time period, of course, after I had my son and stuff like that. Obviously, I took time off, but now things are kind of in a place where he has some steady other care, so I can go and do some other things. So hopefully also to be performing some more live stuff. I'm open to any kind of good, decent ideas that are going, in a God-centered direction. I love to do any type of music like that. I love to work with some other Christian artists, some other inspirational type of artists, like my friend Kimberly. I think we will do something together in 2025. I do. I have a strong.
I've been looking forward to that. That'd be great. Two great powerhouses of voices. That'd be great.
I love Kimberly. She's a fantastic person and a great singer and musician. So I would love to work with her. I think we will do something in 2025. I'm putting that out there because I believe in the power of affirmations and positive speech. So that's another thing. So the two songs and then something with Kimberly.
Why don't you work together on a charitable CD or single? Because we've had that last year. The Danny's Awards set our targets to be all of our artists to work together. And I've got about 6 or 7 artists who are working together next year in 2025 to put a CD out for a local or national charity together as artists and do a duo or a single or something like that. I reckon you should do it.
Yeah, I think so. That's fine with me. If Kimberly's down, I'm down.
There you go. Kimberly, we're setting you a challenge on One Life tonight as well.
Kimberly, Kimberly, we're blowing you up. That's what it sounds like. We've already done the trivia. Now I'm blowing you up over here. I hope you love it.
Sydney, I don't know what the Christmas relationship's going to be like after Christmas, but once we tag her in and she watches the show tonight, she'll be like, what have you done to me?
No, like I said, Kimberly, don't worry. I was just throwing your name out, but don't worry. I'll pay my bill, Kimberly.
I'll pay my bills. Anyway, before we go for the end of the show tonight, let's give everybody another powerhouse of yours. Let's go for Inspire Me before we go off air this evening. Tell everybody a bit about this song.
This was the song that I was talking about with the Gospel Awards. This was just really something where God just put it on my heart and said, look, I can do things no matter what you've been through, no matter who you are, who you think you are. I know who you are. So you're going to be quiet and let me talk. And so he got that. He gave me that message and I just started writing it and that was it.
Fantastic. Well, for everybody who hasn't heard this song, please have a listen. It's an absolutely fantastic song. Enjoy. Inspire Me by Sydney.
In spite of me, where was my faith in the midst of me? You move my heart inside of me, speaking to me. You're speaking through me. Thank you, Lord, for using me in spite of me, in spite of me, in spite of me. Thank you, Lord, for using me in spite of me. Oh, 'cause trying to do life alone, that's a lonely road. And all I wanna know is, where was my faith? Where was my faith? Every road led to a dead end. Trying to find hope in a hopeless road. Lord knows every game has a price to pay. In the midst of me, you move my heart, you got inside of me, speaking to me. You're speaking through me. Thank you, Lord, for using me. Thank you, Lord, for using me in spite of me.
You're my child. I've been here patiently waiting. My arms are always open to you. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith. Don't you ever. Don't you ever. Here's that photo. That's weird. I think I must have sent you something that didn't go right.
You think what? Sorry.
That whole part there has lyrics to it. I don't know what happened. I must have sent you
I
something.
don't know. That's the MP3 that you sent through to me. Don't blame the studio. Do you know what? I said it's the MP3 you sent to me. Don't blame the studio. Don't know where the lyrics went, but they were.
No,
I tell you
what I meant is I think that whatever I sent you for some reason doesn't have the lyric. I don't know. I really don't know.
It had the lyrics at the beginning, and I just want to say to them, what a powerful voice you've got. And I think every one of your fans and those listening into the show this evening are going to say, what an amazing voice you've got. It is so powerful. It's one of those, like, I don't know what it is about songs, particular songs. It's when you get to a certain pitch in your song or chorus or something like that. It's one of those X Factor moments where everybody stands up in the crowd and like jaw drops because that next note has gone that high. I don't know if you saw Robbie's Hallelujah that she just released. Oh my God. I watched that back last night and I thought, wow, she has got such a powerful music. And because it wasn't something we expected from Robbie, you know, it was amazing.
For sure. Well,
Brilliant.
thank you so
Fantastic.
much. I hate that the last part wasn't there because that was even more of it. But well, here's another thing: people can go listen to it on wherever, Spotify, whatever, and that has the full song, so you can hear the.
Fantastic! If you want to hear the full song, please go to Spotify. Please go to all the streaming, and you can get all of your music on Spotify.
Yep.
On YouTube, all the places that we could normally find.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And we can also follow the show. And if you've got a Roku stick, we don't have Roku. We have mostly Amazon sticks over here in the UK. We do have a few Roku sticks floating around. But in relation to your show, what time's your shows?
So it's not like a set time. It's like whenever I schedule an interview, then we just do it. So it's not like a Monday at this time or whatever. It's just once I schedule the interview and then edit it and get it ready, it'll get posted. And then here recently we haven't done the Roku. It's been on YouTube. So hopefully we'll get back to Roku, but for various reasons, I think she still has the Roku up and has some of the first episodes, but like the new stuff is on my YouTube channel for the time being.
Fantastic. Well, in 2025, we at One Life are going to be following your music journey. Everybody else is going to be following that amazing voice of yours. We're going to be watching your shows also, and we're going to be grabbing you in the next 6 months to come and tell us about your music journey and how it's been. Thank you so much, Sydney, for everything that you've done tonight in relation to all you do as an autistic mum. You know, and all the support that you give your son and the school as well. You know, thank you so much for producing great music for everybody to be entertained to, you know, to be able to live a life of autism, but also entertain everybody with your amazing voice. That is a special talent. So thank you so much and for continuing to do so. Is there anyone out there that you want to say thank you to in relation to the people who have supported you?
Yeah, I mean, just everybody in general. I mean, anybody who's taken the time to listen to my heart, which is, if you're listening to my music, that's what you're listening to. You're not just listening to your average bop on the radio, because I just cannot make that. I get too into it. My heart has got too much to say. So if you take the time to really listen to me and you get something out of it and it touches your heart, then my mission is complete. So to anybody who has gotten something out of anything I've said or sang or whatever, and has been able to go and make an impact on somebody else's life or just an impact on their own life, I really appreciate it and look forward to more inspiring messages, because as soon as they come and as soon as I get them recorded, they'll be in your ears.
Fantastic. Do you know what? You've been an absolutely fantastic guest. I'm going to be closing tonight's show. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming along with us on the ride with Sydney's musical journey, listening to her music, listening to our competition, and everything what's been said tonight. I want to thank you out there who have been listening this evening. If you want to donate to Make the Wish Foundation, the link is at the bottom there, but it's also on the One Life page. It's not just for artists. We have over 1,000 members now. Thank you so much for joining the One Life journey with us. But just remember, we want you to be there and be part of it, and we want you to join in with these local national charities, but also making sure that these artists' music gets continued to be listened to throughout the year. And so that's a big, big thank you. Remember, we are back live and proud on Monday at 7 p.m. Who have we got? We have got the Major Resolve coming on the show at 7 o'clock on Monday. We're looking forward to them. It's the first time that they've come to One Life, and we're looking to catch up with them. So have a great Sunday. Come back on Monday, because there's going to be plenty more party games. We are going to be sorting out the Christmas party, because we are only... Oh my God, is that how long we're away? We've only got about 6 days left before our Christmas party. I think 5 days left. Okay, wow. So if you're an artist, keep sending those memorabilia in for our raffle. If you're an artist, come and say Happy Christmas to everybody out there in music world. It's your opportunity to have a party with us for 4 hours on the 19th. And I hope you can join us, Sydney, even if it's just by sending a music in for everybody to listen to.
Where do we send? What do we send?
Send your MP3s in relation to Christmas songs. If you would like to donate to the actual basket of things, we're going to be putting together an indie sort of present to somebody. You know, everybody's been sending in CDs, merchandise, and things like that. We're going to wrap it all up, and we're going to auction it off at the end of the year for the Make the Wish Foundation as our little present to them. And then hopefully next year we will be back sorting out their Christmas single for next year. But this year we're just welcoming into One Life. So, Sydney, take care of yourself, look after yourself, okay, and keep going on with that amazing music of yours. And we'll see you very soon. It's time to say goodnight to everybody out there. See you later. Have a good evening and enjoy your Sunday.
You too. All right. Bye-bye.